Hey guys, this is Gorax. Today I would like to present to you my first tier list for Chrono Legacy. The list has 5 tiers, starting with S as strongest and D as weakest. In this case, not tested units. The criteria I took into consideration is PvE and PvP strength as well as obtainability. In the future, I'll try to split this tier list into more in-depth ones. However, keep in mind the game is still young and not all characters could have been tested to their maximum potential. Another important tip from me to you is you should use your highest star level units, as all of the units on the list are viable and useful in one or other part of the game. So let's start with the S tier. The first unit on the S tier is Xerxes, the strongest tank in the game, and even at 5 stars he will be useful thanks to his last hole skill, which makes him invulnerable for 4 seconds. You can obtain him by purchasing a starter pack worth $50 or by summoning. Richard is another S tier character that can carry you through early to mid game easily thanks to his AoE burst damage and lifesteal, making him a great off tank. Works very well with Hippocrates. He is also easy to obtain as you can get him through the first purchase at $1 and just summoning. Tutankhamun is an Excellior hero, which means he is more rare than the legendary heroes. Even though he is hard to obtain, you can get him by summons or events, he is still an S tier hero thanks to his abilities and burst potential. Dracula is a self-healing mage and his skill Blood Armor on an ally allow you to run a single tank formation. I always loved self-healing carries, you can obtain him by summoning. Moving on to the A tier, we start with Joan of Arc, which is a support unit. She provides the team with AoE heals, attack buffs, debuff immunity and damage reduction. You can obtain her by summonings. Alexander is an Excellior hero that is an excellent off tank who allows misplacement of enemy units. He is not an S tier due to being only obtainable via VIP packs purchases. Timur, assassin hero who excels at single target burst, what makes him an A tier is how easy he is to obtain. At the start of the server we can obtain him via event as well as in the guild shop and summon, making him quite easy to level up. Guiguzi, mage hero who excels at area of effect damage. He is very easy to obtain as you can get him by summoning and guild shop as well. He is still in my main formation. Temujin is an archer Excellior hero who is a very strong single target damage dealer and a great boss killer. You can obtain him via $99 starter pack and through an Ace Commander event, as well as summonings. Arash, if you can't afford Temujin, Arash is your best choice. Strong single target damage dealer which only gets stronger the longer the fight goes on due to stacking buffs and debuffs. Moving on to the B tier. B tier is for units that are strong, however not easily obtainable as units of higher tiers, but are just a little bit weaker. We got Lagertha, is a second tank on the list. Her tank makes enemy forced to use only auto attacks which heal her as well as counter attack enemy. Saladin is a great off tank and has a bond with Richard, making both of them quite the force. He's a great off tank as he removes all debuffs on himself and also self heals. Leonidas is a mix of a warrior and assassin, has the ability to jump to the backline and does AoE damage. Edward is an assassin with great single target damage as well as a medium AoE damage and stuns the target, lower tier than Timur because of how easy Timur is to obtain compared to him. Shajar al-Dur is a single target assassin that becomes invulnerable and steals enemy attack. Could be an S tier if she was easier to obtain. You can obtain her through the summoning. Queen of Sheba is a great AoE damage dealer. If enemies are in a cluster, you can easily obtain her through the guild as well as summoning. Masamune is a strong single target range hero with a skill that focuses lowest HP targets setting up for a kill. Boudica, AoE burst oriented range damage dealer who fits well into a heavy AoE burst formation. Cleopatra is an AoE mage who also debuffs enemies and stops them from attacking. Dido, support character that focuses on misplacement of enemies by pulling them together, which setups for a good AoE burst damage. Normal attacks cast Curse that heals allies units when the target is attacked. Tomeris is a support that focuses on buffing allies' attack speed and dispelling buffs from enemy team as well as shielding allies. In Tier C, will be units that I had no chance to properly test or just were not amazing. However, I believe in this game every unit with a proper investment can become an S or an A tier unit. Roland is a tank who becomes strong once his ultimate is at level 3, which then reduces all team's damage taken by 50%, until that moment rather mediocre compared to other tanks. Zhuge Liang is an ex-hero who excels at AoE damage and with a proper investment can easily become top tier damage dealer, especially at 10 stars when he will be also able to lifesteal. However, as an ex-unit, he is quite the investment. Ahsoka is an ex-hero that boosts allies' energy recovery. His skill set makes him the best support, however, he will be also hard to max out. Mulan is a damage-oriented warrior, which is rather squishy until she's 10 star when she gains self-heal. Hippocrates is a medicore until later into a game when he can link to 2 allies. His attack speed increases is single target heal is great and works wonders with Richard. D tier is for the heroes that I still have to test, and Elizabeth is one of them. She could become a very strong burst AoE damage dealer at higher levels, however, I will need to look more into her once I get her at higher stats. So basically this is my tier list, guys, and as I said at the start, take it with a grain of salt as the game is rather new and everyone is still exploring all aspects of it. The most important thing to remember is to always go with the highest star level heroes and adjust formation according to enemy setup. Remember, counter your enemies and don't neglect purple heroes. Some of them are amazing. In the future, I'll break this tier list into each class and give a more in-depth analysis of each hero as well as at the purple heroes. So if you want to learn more about the game, make sure you subscribe to my channel as there will be more guides about events and other stuff related to the game. Stay safe, guys. Bye!